Alright, looks like we're live. So I was going to continue working on this. I've done a little bit more work, at least on this side, since the last stream. Mouse wires are all tangled up. But this is becoming an issue. Yeah, so stuff I've been doing with the terrain is reverting. I think I might try to troubleshoot this. Hold it. That's weird. And it's got to be that script that's on it. All right, let me try something here. It's not save. Let's go back and open this back up. Yeah, it keeps oh, that time it reverted. Alright, so it's good. Let's hit save. Hop back into Wormsbane. We'll hop back and see if it unstitches, because I fixed that a couple times in the last day and it keeps doing it. Yeah, it keeps doing it. Which is weird. And I mean, you can even see the nav mesh is updated to when I had fixed it and baked it last. So I'm not... Alright, let's try this. Let's try to export this. I'll export it as an OBJ. I don't think anything's grouped with it. Export quads. It's triangulated, but I'm going to export quads anyways. Okay, so let's try exporting this. Sorry, I'm in the file explorer in my other window, so you guys can't see it. Let's put it to... Hold on. Where did I... Yeah, there we go. I have a folder set up for exporting stuff out of Unity. Alright, so export that out. Terrain. Excuse me. Night Harbor. And we'll bring that in. We will give it collision. Apply. And Desert. This may end up overriding the couple roads that I put in there just as markers. Woo, live stream with my favorite ranger, except myself, obviously. Hey dear God, how's it going? Alright, so let's see if we can get this to work. I'm gonna delete. Come on, let me delete you. Delete the terrain. Drag in the new terrain. Alright, that one's good. And let's pro builder rise. Don't want it in quads. Please work. All right. I can click stuff and move it around nice and quickly. Oh, did I just solve my problems? Because that'd be amazing. Yeah, I think I did. Alright, so let's see. Let's see if it's that mesh agent, nav mesh surface. Yes, this was it. Okay, let's bake this and see if this is my issue. Settings are the same. It's not baking. I may have to talk with Ali to see how that functions. I thought he said I could just. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We can do it in here. Let's back that up. Let's get rid of that. I had the wrong. Okay. Before I added that component, navigation, bake. Is that not? Hold on. What is going on? It's probably some setting that I don't have. Let's see. Watching your stream makes me want to explore Night Harbor even more every time. Nice. I'm impressed by the scale of the zone. Yeah, it is large. And it's only getting bigger, too, as I expand stuff. So more and more stuff gets tucked in, and there'll be stuff underneath, and it'll just keep growing and growing. Hey, Nordan, how's it going? I am doing well today. Hope you are as well. Trying to fix. I've been having issues with the terrain lately, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly was causing it. So I exported out the old one, deleted it, and brought in a new one, and brought in that export, which seems to have really cleared up a lot of the kind of just speed issues, and it's just because I've been doing so many modifications to that terrain. I'm sure I'm pushing Pro Builder to its limits. But now I'm trying to figure out how to get the new nav. That was not what I wanted. navigation stuff. Set up. UI package is installed. Oop, that was not what I wanted. Clear. It says it's building, but it doesn't look like it's actually doing anything. Let's try this again. Alright, let's... Oh, I can't do that. Alright, so I need to make sure I'm selected on that. Now can I bake? No. Let me see what these are set to. Default untagged. Static. Oh, that is not listed as static. That might be what I was missing. That still didn't do anything. And neither did that. Okay. Let's back this up. So that I can see the other one's settings and compare the two. Static default untagged. Have I tried turning it off and turning it back on again? That's kind of what I'm doing right now, I guess, but I bet you it's this that I'm not doing correctly. Hold on, let's find where this is so I don't have to scroll up and down on the... There we go. Alright, so that one. Why is that all the way over there this time? Oh, you know what? I dropped it. Let's drop it at the top. Let me move it down. There we go. So I dropped it into something that had been moved, so it moved it to... be part of that. And we'll pro-builderize this again. And break out the inspector. just want to make sure I've got my settings set up the way Ali had them set up. So that one needs to be static. So we've got the mesh filter. Mesh filter's right there. All that is the same. Default and untagged, default and untagged. Set to static. Same settings. What am I most excited to work on after Night Harbor? Are you talking about like in the proof of concept? Probably Fallen Pass would probably be my next thing that I'm excited about. I'm excited about doing the updating the facade again, like beyond just basic primitives, and really making that look cool. And then actually going in and adjusting the layout of the zone if we decide to make any changes to that, or expand it or whatever. That'll be fun. It'll be nice eventually to get around and doing like full-on art passes too, where I'm not worried about like sprawling out. I'm worried about just creating assets, putting them in, and stuff like that. That'll be a nice change of pace as well. Nav mesh surface. Do I have to add it here? Humanoid default, walkable. Humanoid, all, everything, render mesh. Humanoid. Default physical colliders. Okay. Let's go back. We'll take it off this part. We will add it to this one. Physical colliders. Was that default? I can't remember. Yeah, default. All in default. I'm going to double check and make sure that that list just has default. Yeah, it's just default. That is that's to all. That's just humanoid. That's walkable. Walkable. Physical colliders. Default. All. Humanoid. Is vertex size toggled on for this one? It is not. Minimal region 2. Minimal region 2. Okay. Ha! We have success. See, it's always some weird drop-down menu thing. That's the issue. Sometimes just bringing back one that works and then reverse engineering it is the way to go. Okay, now here's the question. Was it... nope. Snap. Thank you. Was it the script, or was it... Yeah, it seems to be the script itself that causes a little bit of lag when I move stuff. Is there a best way to work about this? No, there's not. Unless it's clear data? Would that... No, it's just annoying once I have that in there, apparently. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I feel the same. It feels like we can't spend too much time on one specific thing at the moment. Yeah, will be cool when we hunker down and polish everything. Yeah, I mean, right now we're just at that phase where we're trying to build out just this area. I think once we have, once we start scaling production too, and we have either more team members or working with a studio or something along those lines, we'll be able to focus on more individual asset type things to some degree. Obviously, you know, we can't take all the time in the world on everything, but alright, I'm just gonna bring back the road materials just so they're not so completely sand. Alright, that's not working. Let's do it this way. Let's see. Hey Yoshitari, how's it going? So, I'll have to play around with it at some point to figure out if I can find a way to start maneuvering stuff and not have that annoying lag, but at least I know that I can reset some of that lagging issue, which was happening before that script was added. And again, this is not by any means the refined streets. This is just to kind of break up it just being sand for now. Eventually I'll probably try to paint like a mask or something like that on the UVs, or like using the UVs. wish you could paint select this stuff. Oh, select face ring. Is that new? Oh no, what am I talking about? Select face ring is the opposite of loop. In my head I was like, oh, is it going to be a paintbrush ring? Even though I use that that tool all the time. All of a sudden just... Selection in Pro Builder is so annoying at times. You like accidentally double select something and then it's like, oh, you meant to select that face way over there. Hey, Elemental Apples, how you doing? And Rai, how you doing as well? I am doing well. Just fixed an issue that I've been having with the terrain. I'm wondering though if I'm going to end up having to continue to fix it, and if this is something that having the nav mesh on here is before our terrain's done is going to be a hindrance. And if that's the case, we'll have to figure out some other way of allowing me to do work on stuff, but then that still allows us to get navigation. Our nav mesh is baked. Yeah, see, this is what I do. Like you highlight multiple things, and it's like, oh yeah, you wanted those ones over there, right? So annoying. You know, I don't think I had that. Oops, that was the wrong texture. Come on. I can tell it's doing it too because the arrow isn't right there. It's over here, which means there's probably, yeah, there's some like random stuff hidden underneath the water over there. So I'm going to have to select each and every one of these, which I'm sure is super entertaining for you guys to watch me click on a bunch of triangles. So how's everybody's day going? Anybody up to anything fun at work? Hey Goblin, how's it going? Yeah, see, here's one of those weird faces that it just is like, hey, you wanted to select that, didn't you? And it did it here. It really messed this up, didn't it? Do anywhere else? Alright. Heat. Off work today. We just got done with the job interview. Now trying to turn. Now trying to turn off all this sweat. Busy day, but I was poking around in Linux or around Linux box at work this morning and realized Soto and Otis backwards. Or Sotus is Otis backwards. Doubt I'm the first person to see that, but I got a laugh out of it thanks to old school EQ. Yeah. Yeah, EQ definitely did some of that backwards naming. Okay, so let me finish these last couple spots, and then I'm going to hop into the game, and I'm going to run around, and I want to see if those funky collision issues where like I was standing on top of something and then I moved the train either up or down, and I either go into the train or I sorry, my brain's not functioning, letting me speak and do things at the same time. But yeah, either go into the train or I float in the air. Which... why did it just do that? Come on. So hopefully that is done. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, we'll leave this for now. Get rid of these extra ones. Are there any other obvious ones? No, okay. Dude, now that I've seen the pictures of Sean's EQ stuff in storage, I want to buy the Babes of Norath calendar. I didn't even know that was a thing. That was funny. Some of that stuff, I'm like, oh, I used to have that. I still have that. But I did not know that existed. I used to play that heck out of Champions in Norath, though. Back in college. It was the only version of EverQuest I could get my roommates to play. Alright, let's take a look at whether or not I can walk around in those areas. Oop. Alright, so let's take off the speed hacks. Ooh, that's really slow. Huh. Boots your speed are still broken. I'll have to put a bug report in, or see if there's a bug report for that. / cast Spirit of Wild / search Spirit / search ability. Wild, or speed of wild. / cast. Speed of wild. Huh. I guess it is. Increasing the speed. Something's. I wonder if we changed the speed or something like that. The boots of speed, Keith, when you right click on them, they don't do anything. I'm not sure if any other clickies are broken. Oop. The right clicking speed gem still causes you to get stunned. But yeah, boots of speed do not currently work. Alright, so this is where, right here is where, yep, that fixed the collision issue. Because that's where I went into the terrain, and then over here, yep, right over here is where I started, like, floating into the air. So that's fixed. Now here's the question. If I do something to this now, so let's move this way down. This is not going to be left here. This is purely a test. I should float there and walk into the... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's not do it right there because I'm pretty sure that's where I'm standing. And I should walk into that. Now let's have to push this back. Yeah. When you put the when you put two speed gems on and are running around, it looks kind of like Gumby, like in fast motion. It's kind of funny. Poor Zukin. Alright. / set or time set. I always do that. Time set 7 a.m. Okay. Okay, that actually, the collision updated fine. And at least there. Do I run into this? Nope. Collision's working. So changing the mesh at least, even if I still have a little bit of lag, it seems to be letting me adjust the terrain again and not have weird collision issues. Yeah, because I can like walk around on here now too. Because this was another area that was having issues. I stopped cleaning this up purely because there was something funky going on, and I was like, I'm not going to do all this work if I have to like nuke it. So I needed to figure that out. So that was not my initial plan for what I wanted to get done today, but I'm glad it got done. Oh yeah, you hadn't seen Keith put in the loading screens. That was you, right, Keith, that put the loading screens in? Also, is that a custom armor? It was bronze armor, I believe, I summoned when I made the character. The only thing that's annoying is this, this lag. And oddly enough, that I baked this, but I'm not seeing it again. Am I on, the problem is, am I actually on the terrain, or am I on the prefab? No, I was on the terrain. Default physical collider. To be honest, I might make a template. Yeah, I figured eventually we'd want to have something like either framing that or make versions of the concept art that are like on paper or something like that in the future. So it's not just just art on the screen. Because the first time it popped up, I was like, "Whoa, what?" I thought I crashed to my desktop for a second. But that's something we can always do it in a more of like a polish phase. Okay, so that is working. That is where this is not broken, and that is over here fixed. Okay, awesome. All right, so I've got this part. We'll bring up my super secret unredacted version of the layout, because I need to figure out what all is going to be in here, so I can kind of start to space it out. Because right now it's just a bunch of trees randomly thrown around, but there's actually stuff in here. What am I doing? Concepts, layouts. Okay, let me bring up something that is not going to get me in trouble if I open up the wrong one. Okay, it's popping up on this window. I didn't want to like open it up and it pop up on my main window. You guys would like that, but trying to be as spoiler free as possible here. Okay, so we've got the gate, well, where the gate's going to be. The theater was originally in here, but we kind of moved it over here. I guess. So there's going to need to be a camp in here. The night market, which technically got moved out of being in here into its own area when I had more space. Which is why the theater ended up moving. So there needs to be a faction hall. Some of this stuff I'm going to have to do a dive on the faction, or not the faction, the lore on, before I can actually start to build out some of these areas. Because I don't believe I've read up on some of the lore for Starbreeze. Because I don't recall the Shaman, Druid, and Beastmaster guild info, but they're supposed to be in here somewhere. Either in here, or if they're in the market area, they'd be over in this area. So urban wilderness this is the urban wilderness. This would definitely be the urban wilderness stuff, and then we have the hanging gardens. I'm gonna have to double check the lore before I start doing some. I just noticed these ones were also randomly given the material. Not F8, F8. I enjoy looking at concepts instead of the loading black screen of despair. No, I completely agree with it. It's better than a black screen with yellow loading text on it. But it's definitely an upgrade in its current state. Okay, so I'm gonna close this because it's not gonna give me too much. I need to look at some of the stuff on Confluence before I start modeling it, because I don't want to start building it and then it not match. But I want to start working on this stuff a little bit more. I think this needs to be raised up. Specifically that part. This, though, I might... Let's turn that off. Sure, I just accidentally selected this and that. Apparently that too. So this stuff should be flattened out pretty well already. But let's move that down. Yeah, this lag every time I move it is super annoying. And it's definitely is tied to that mesh script, because it was working fine. I added that mesh script to this new version of the train, and you can see that it takes like 5 seconds to update after I move a single, like, anything on the train. So that will be something I need to figure out how to clean up performance-wise, if I can. Because that's going to add so much time to editing stuff. Because even like that, I just made a mistake, and I have to wait 5 seconds to clear the mistake. Whoop. And same thing like that. And it isn't even like I can just turn this off, and it goes away. Can I... reset it and it does it? Oh. Can I remove it and then put it back on remove component? Apparently once it's on there, it really just wants to screw it up. I wonder why that is. Yeah, that version's still not baking. Alright, let's get back to this. So that's a little bit lower. I have to fix that. This is going to be super annoying to deal with terrain. The worst case scenario, what I may end up doing is exporting out the terrain at the beginning of every session that I want to actually make terrain edits, and then bring it in like I did, because it only takes a couple, like a minute or two to do that. Work on that, and then when I'm done with this session, add the component, and export it out that way. Unless Lee has some magical way that can help me. Because everything I'm trying, I'm not sure what's causing it. Nothing's helping. Oh, excuse me. Alright. So it's a little bit better. This means its UV's reset. So I think what I want is I want these to be not raised up maybe as high as this tower, but I think I want this raised up just a bit. And I think this is going to have a stairwell going down. The question is, do I want it to go that way, or do I want it to be you have to go that way, or do I want it to have a landing? I don't know. Let's get this fixed first, though. So probably going to be easier if I do it this way. Or actually, no. Let's grab just the turrets. Yep. Like so. And of course it's grabbing other random stuff. No. I think it's centered on that now. Okay, we're good. Alright, so we'll detach these. Am I in global? I am. So 25, 50. That's 1 meter. So I got this marker with my finger on my screen. Do those. And it's not going to let me select the hole, so I will have to manually do it. Ooh, hold on a second. I have a face there that should not be there. Let's make sure these are merged. That is, and so is that, and so is that. Okay, we're good. Actually, let's just do it this way. This will be easier. We'll merge these back together. Actually, yeah, no, that will be easier because I want to merge everything back together. This will just weld them together as I go. Although certain angles will be more interesting to do than others. What might help a bit with the loading screen is having more subtle moving elements, like an image moving slowly, loading text, doing a little animation, something like that. Making it a little bit more fun. Yeah, that or like a loading bar. Loading bar with flavor text, kind of like EQ did, like sanding wood elves. Wood elves, or did it say sanding wood elves, or is it just wood elves are 98% smoother or something like that? I can't remember the exact phrasing. Obviously, we wouldn't use that exact phrasing, but some kind of silly flavor text would be on point for sure. I'll be using the text to call out Zukin, of course. See, what we need is we also need the twerking skeleton animation as like the loading progress. The faster it twerks, the more it's loaded. Oh man, I have a sneeze like right on the edge. I can't tell if it's actually gonna go or not, but I feel like my eye's about to start watering. Okay. So I can now move this up. Now, here comes the question. Do I raise this whole platform, or do I just raise this area? See. I did like the flavor text in EQ. Warning: half elves are now 49.99% elves. I thought wasn't there one about sanding the elves? I could have sworn there was. Am I just making that up in my head? Sanding with elves. Okay. Yeah, I was right. And you were saying the half elf one. Okay. I totally was not really comprehending what I was reading. Oh, there's that sneeze. Oops. Okay, so I can obviously have a stairwell here. Let's get a narrow stairwell. 2 and 4. And 8 steps. Oops, of course I just deleted that. Side. There we go. Now here's the question. Where do I want the players to be able to get up here? Do I want to do kind of a stairwell in the middle? Let's give ourselves a stairwell just to at least visualize and play around with this. This needs to be 4 high. Times 4 is 16. I can do math sometimes. Oops. I got the geometry. Why is that not connected? It is. Is there a face floating in here? No. Is this unattached? No. Pro builder's just being weird, apparently. Alright, so I'm just going to align this with that. And then this is... I can at least see the middle of this, which is right there. So that's the middle of that. And then this is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of in the middle. Although it makes this whole area thinner than I want, thinner of a walkway. So we'll adjust that if I can get a nice selection here. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, I fixed it on this side. I didn't fix it on that side yet. These are just mirrored right now so that I can like easily copy the stuff over. So let's merge these. Delete that face. Link that. Why is that being weird? There we go. Delete those. And then actually, that is lined up where I want it. That, and expand that off. The reason I did that is so that there's not a weird seam. And if like I want there to be like a nice separation right here, I can just drop in an edge. I already kind of have this edge in here that I could put a trim on there if I really wanted to. But later, a trim or just another texture altogether. I could have this go along the wall too, but I don't want to take up too much of the space, because we want there to be a kind of urban palm forest in here, and I need to be able to get some structures in here as well. So I'm gonna leave that like that for now. Let's make an interior for these. Actually, no, this is a city wall, so it's got a foot thick, or not a foot thick, a meter thick wall. that has space inside of it. There's really not much I could do inside of that, so I'll leave that. What is that doing down there still? Oh, that's just the extra wall. I will leave that there for now. At some point I'm gonna have to remember to like fly around underneath the zone and clean up some of this stuff. I do it from time to time, but it's better hiding the stuff down there than like leaving this stuff up here, and when we're doing like fly-throughs and stuff, and there would just be like random floating stuff. I mean, some of these things are like randomly placed, but they at least like at a once over, you know, like even these aren't necessarily thought out where they are, but like that just would stick out like a sore thumb. But it's fun. I've gone through a couple of the old EQ zones on whatchamacallit, the Lantern Viewer, and some of the zones still have like random things like that hidden underneath them. So we will mirror that. Mirror that one. Pivot on this one, duplicate it and move it. Like so. Whole lot of space. Sorry, in my brain I'm trying to play around with if I want to make these like a building you could go inside. What is this? Let's double check these vertices, make sure they are collapsed. They appear to be. Which means I'll have to fix it over here. But I'm, like I said, I'm playing with the idea of maybe making it so like you could walk into here. There's not a whole lot of space though. It would almost need to be another another meter high. So maybe not. Maybe not. Let's take a look at this though. Let's play around with the train. Like I said, I think if I can't figure out a good way of doing that, I may just end up having to bring in a fresh version of the train every time I want to make like a lot of terrain edits, which is annoying, but and then this side, we need to figure out what's going to be going on here. But this is going to need to be a gate of some kind. Yep, let's see. I think this works. I mean, it's not like super gameplay relevant, that at least not that I'm aware of currently. But a little wall around the park. Now here's the thing I need to think about. Whether I want this one to be flat over here, or do I want it to do the same thing this one's doing and kind of slant up with the hanging garden. So this will be a gate. And then these are gonna, these cliff sides, I think are gonna have smaller versions of the temple. And then obviously we'll get into the necropolis. And this is probably way smaller than this area is gonna end up being. But more of those kind of Petra style buildings kind of in the walls, with some of the buildings that Goblin designed as well in the open space. So I need to figure this out. Obviously, this is not where this is necessarily going to be. This is just kind of sitting there. But this stuff. So let me look at my concept folder. And we'll take a look at the hanging gardens, because they're becoming more relevant now to what I'm doing. So here's the concept. So it's going to have those types of railings that we have used before. Oh, I don't have fly on. Let's just jump out of the game. It'll be quicker to look around this way. So these style and then it's gonna have a slant, because again this needs a gateway down here, and this is, you know, will come down like this to follow the topology a little bit better. So similar to that. One, two, three. I have it as 4 levels. I'll probably actually make it 4 levels regardless, but I do want to play with this idea a bit. How do I want to go about it is the question. Okay, let's make this 10. Button. Sorry, I'm trying to get some windows and stuff a little set up better off my screens. I should just do this by meter. This is 10. 1, 2, 3. Oops, let's put this down to 50s. One, two, three, 4, so that should be 8 as well. This one is 3, so this one will be 1. Above. It's like a story and a half. looks like a decent scale. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. I'm losing too much of the angle by doing that. These need to move out. And I'm not even sure this is the angle that I want, but like one random vertex that's just like, way down there. Just wondering, does Sean still stream? I haven't seen him in quite some time. Yes, so he is on vacation. He's finishing his vacation this week. Has been getting caught up the last day or two on all the stuff that's been going on over the last like 2 weeks, and I believe he is going to get back into doing some streams next week. I believe is his plan. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. But yes, he will be streaming again in the near future. Oh, the temptation to use that spline tool is real. We'll take a look. No problem. So yeah, look for a stream on next Tuesday. Would be the first one. Unless he decides to do one tomorrow. I don't think I've seen him say anything that he wanted to start this week. I think it was next week. No, I won't do it. I don't want to risk it. So I will just do it the old school cheating way. Or it's not cheating, but 3, and we'll do 2, and we'll do 12. And we'll make it thicker. And we'll make it They don't have a radius control? It's really annoying. So I'm gonna have to do it this way. 6 and 6. Starting to get a little bit larger than I'd like, but apparently that is what I need right there. Nope, hit the wrong button. Turn that to not normal, global. Let's bring it back. Come on. No, I don't. Oh, the smoothing for Pro Builder is so annoying. No, not the whole thing. Smooth just that. Just that one. This definitely needs to be wider. So yeah, those are right up against the edge. So it'd be like that. Oops. So that's actually the middle of it. Something an 11-degree angle. I need to play with this and figure out what the angle we want it to be. 25. This is one where I might actually merge the elements from Goblin's concept in with the original, like really quickly blocked out idea. And the reasoning being just having a little bit more space in areas. So like, you know, you could walk out and we could have some more greenery and stuff like that. Obviously, we could still do this like greenery hanging over, and these things draping down. But I think it'll give us more angles, and then I'll have more room inside like these to play around with stuff. So I may do that, or try that out on this. And then bring these elements in. I don't know how well to play with it. We'll have to see. Yeah, spatially this isn't going to give us a ton of room to play with a bunch of stuff. And it makes the interior space a little less interesting when they're all just kind of that shaped, where these ones give you these kind of little natural rooms and then potentially hallways, or just little hallway type things like that. I feel like level design wise it gives me more to play with. But think I'm going to end up playing around with that off stream. I need to figure out this stuff too, how I want to handle this as a gate. What I might do is bring in some of the old design for the shaded the Night Harbor front gate from that's in Shaded Dunes. So let's fly back over here. So maybe something a little bit reminiscent to this. Maybe not this large, but something reminiscent of it as kind of like a throwback to that initial idea. So maybe like the pillars like this, and then just one of these. I don't know. I'll have to play around with that. But I'm kind of getting towards the end of my stream time, so I am going to probably call that before I really start getting deep into some of this other stuff. Hop back over to Night Harbor. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me this afternoon. For anybody who is new to the project, we are making an indie MMO called Monsters and Memories. That is our website. If you want to check out and kind of learn more about it, feel free to follow that link. There'll be frequently asked questions, images, videos, updates, that type of stuff, that you can kind of get caught up on what the project itself is. And then if you have any other questions, feel free to hop into our Discord. It's a pretty big community at this point. We've got over like 1,200 people in there. There's all sorts of conversations going on about game design and our game, other games. But all the developers are in there, so feel free to tag any of us, ask questions, and we will do our best to answer you. If you'd like to stay up to date on the game, but do not want to join Discord, the mailing list is a great way to do that. When we do an update, you'll get that sent out to you in your mail. Also, if we do like a survey or anything like that, you'll get those as well. These are the other members of the team that stream, so if you haven't already, check out their channels, throw them a follow. Sean, who I was talking about a couple minutes ago, is a loving robot. He'll do kind of general overviews. We'll do play tests on his stream. He sometimes will help me out with blocking out zones I haven't gotten to yet, just because this city is huge. So it takes a lot of tinkering and moving stuff around and figuring it out. So it allows me to kind of really focus on this, and it's a big help. He'll also help out Zukin with animations, just to kind of get placeholder animations in. We are looking for an animator, so check out the postings in the Discord or on the website if you are an animator and interested in helping out. And then Zukin does our character art, our monster critter art, has been doing animations as well. Goblin does a lot of stuff. He'll do concepts, he'll do textures, he'll do UI, he'll do some animation from time to time, some modeling from time to time, so a little bit of everything. Nick, when he does stream, will do Q&A and development streams. Ali has not done any streams on Twitch, but he has uploaded some videos to our YouTube. It's been a bit, but that is a link to our YouTube. All the past VODs are on there, so if you'd like to get caught up on any of them, you can find all the VODs there. If you are watching on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe, comment below, click the bell, and all of that. It helps us out with the algorithm to kind of get the game's exposure out to more people that, like P99 and other classic kind of first-generation MMOs. So all that helps. If you are watching on YouTube and you'd like to participate in my live chats, somewhere down in the description below, there should be a link to my Twitch page, which is Paytas the Ranger. Just follow the link, and then follow the channel. You'll get a notification whenever I go live. Also, if you're in the Discord, when any of us go live, there is a notification that will go off in there as well. So, yeah, just follow the, send the follow, and feel free to hop in to chat. Would love hanging out with anybody and asking or answering questions and getting to meet some new people. So, thank you guys. I am going to call it a day. Also, I couldn't get my... Well, I probably should just sit down sometime and do a stream where I'm technically going through stuff. But I've been wanting to run credits for a while, and I didn't. So I just threw a quick thank you page together for my subscribers. So thank you guys. I appreciate the support. Other than that, I'm going to call it a day. So I will catch you guys later. Almost forgot. My stream times. My stream times are Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then I'll probably stream this Friday, and that'll probably be my last Friday stream. But that'll be at 1 p.m. this Friday, and that'll be the last stream for a while until the semester at work ends. So I will catch you guys later.